People often ask us about the effectiveness or value of exhibiting at trade shows and frequently admit that they have struggled to establish a tangible return on investment from the effort. However, success can be yours if you execute the right approach. This approach will require both a marketing strategy and a sales plan. Your marketing plan will involve booth setup, collateral, signage, booth activity, promotions, and so on. This session will focus on your sales plan and on setting the right goals, both for activities and results. If we're not careful, it's easy to put all of our focus on marketing and the desired results. But ultimately, it will be our sales plan and the related activities that will make the big difference. So, our objectives are to recognize the value of planning, to set both activity and results goals, and to create a sales plan that is based on those goals and that will promote conscious competence for consistent execution. The best sales plan will enable you to interact with a sufficient number of people, quickly identify the prospects or the influencers. Those are the people who may not be decision makers, but who might be able to refer you to decision makers or in some way impact decision making. And of course, the best sales plan will include setting up proactive post-show activities, such as appointments, lunch meetings, social media connections, or scheduled phone calls with prospects and influencers. And as we'll discuss, the key to success for any of these activities will be to have a plan and to be proactive. So to get started, let's pose a few questions to ourselves just to see if there is a possibility that there's a few things we haven't thought about in a while. As exhibitors at a trade show, what is our key objective? This is an easy question, right? Because we know that as trade show exhibitors, our key objective is to simply meet new prospects. But how many new prospects? And how will we find them? Pretty good questions, wouldn't you say? So with this key objective in mind, and these two key questions in mind, let's consider another one. What's wrong with this picture? I'll bet you're right again. In the previous slide, the exhibitor was not being proactive. We need to be out in front of our booths, proactively interacting with passers-by if we are to achieve our goals. But have we set specific goals? As previously asked, how many prospects are we hoping to meet? Should this definition of our success be subjective? And what should we be saying or asking when we're out in front of our booth? How can we get people to stop and speak with us? Or even better, how can we get the right people to stop and speak with us? Clearly, we'd be much happier if we had set just a few specific goals, a strategy for how we'd approach attendees as they pass by, and how we'd proceed once they stop to speak with us. With these facts in mind, here's an outline of your trade show plan. Begin with identifying result goals. How many prospects or influencers do you hope to meet based on the total number of attendees expected and the type of trade show? Also, identify the number of specific post-show events that you would like to schedule. Then create activity goals and your sales plan. First, identify a communication strategy for identifying prospects and influencers. This will most often consist of a series of good open-ended questions. Once you're at the show, you must proactively interact with many of the unknown attendees in order to achieve your goals. And once you do identify a prospect or an influencer, how will you interact with them? And based on the numbers, how much time can you afford to spend with each one? And finally, what types of next steps can you schedule and why? And what is your follow-up plan? Whether you are a sales executive or a business professional, creating and executing the plan that is outlined on your screen will enable you to enjoy greater personal effectiveness and also a greater return on investment when exhibiting at a trade show. And if you'd like more help improving effectiveness or ROI, you might like to visit us at the Paul Charles & Associates Academy of Excellence, where you can review one of our trade show selling courses. Here's a list of some of the benefits. Online registration is fast and easy, or call us today if you'd like more information.